I'm just going to give a slight warning at the very start of this video. I am going to be using older footage for this video for something for you guys to look at, just so that I'm not showing off anything new. I've made a lot of developments since my last video in terms of potato farming, and I don't want to give away any spoilers for those of you who are currently trying to come after my work. Rat King. Speaking of Rat King, there have actually been some developments in the potato war that I have between me and him. And it's just something that I felt like I needed to talk about because this is something I've been thinking about for the last couple of days. It's been on my radar for the last couple of days, and I am kind of conflicted right now. So for those of you who don't know, Mineplex just made its biggest recovery. The channel just posted a bunch of stuff about the release. The servers re-released itself. When I say the channel, I'm talking about their YouTube channel. They posted a bunch of trailers leading up to it and a whole bunch of hype stuff. It was really cool. But Rat King was one of the people that was streaming upon its new release. And one of the things that happened was I went into the stream while he was doing so. And of course, just to demoralize him and, make him feel bad about himself, I talked about how I was farming potatoes at the same time as him, during the stream while he was playing Mineplex. And I've consistently managed to keep doing so. Like, every time I notice he's streaming, I start farming just to try and, bring down his morale a little bit. But during the stream, he mentioned something that I'm just going to play the clip of because I feel like that will explain it better because it's literally just him saying it. So for those of you just going in, the context that you need to understand this clip, Rat King challenged me, first person to farm 1 billion potatoes wins. He is talking about that when he talks about the deal or the challenge in reference. That's what he's talking to. So I'm just going to play the clip and then I'll talk about it after that.
I want to talk to you about the war, Shrimp. I wanted to change the rules and just it kind of sounds dumb. Whoever reaches to 1 billion potatoes, because at the end of the day, we both kind of want number one. So it's even if one of us gets to 1 billion, it isn't we're gonna stop. So it's why not make the war whoever gets potato one first? Low key and just yeah, I don't know. Infinite content glitch, I guess, because we're just gonna be battling till the death.
So I do just want to point something out to begin with. I have nothing but respect for Rat King. I mean, he has openly started bringing back farming to Skyblock. He is a channel with a very substantial amount of viewers, and bringing back support for something like that after Skyblock is arguably going through a lower point in its history. I have respect for him for bringing it back, right? He's bringing back recognition to something that has arguably gone through a lot of change since Technoblade last did his potato war. And with all of the new developments and stuff, it's nice that he's shining a light on it as someone with over 18,000 subscribers. That's kind of huge. However, just because I respect him does not mean I am unwilling to nitpick a few things he said. For instance, what do you mean the terms of the deal were stupid? You're insulting your own deal. You challenged me. I'll play the clip again. Once again, another clip of Rat King. Here you go.
I declare war. All right? I'm declaring war on you. And you know what? My war stands clear. Whoever gets 1 billion potatoes first will be crowned the winner of this war. Now, will you be a coward and ignore this message? Or will you accept the war?
I don't understand how clear I could be about this. I didn't come up with this challenge, man. I was minding my own business, farming my own stuff, researching stuff on my own, filling out a documentary kind of thing of just showing videos of my progression, and you came along and you challenged me. You set the terms, and now you're calling your own terms stupid? What are we doing, man? But again, to his defense, I understand where he's coming from and what he's arguing with this. 1 billion is kind of silly, and it makes more sense for us to challenge who can first get to the number 1 position in potato farming. However, I don't agree. You issued a challenge. You set a goal. You told me first person to 1 billion potatoes is going to win this challenge. That is the goal that I have agreed to, and that is the challenge that I am willing to complete. As of right now, I've gotten on pretty good pace. I'm not going to say where I'm at. I'm sure that you can very easily find this out, and it's not really difficult information to come across. But just for the sake of keeping it a little bit more difficult for you, I'm not going to show off where I'm at in terms of progression. But that is the challenge that I'm currently aiming for. If you would like to issue a secondary challenge or a new challenge after the fact, after this first challenge is completed, I will agree to that happily. If you would like to, after I get 1 billion potatoes, because let's be honest, I'm going to get there before you, but after I get to 1 billion potatoes, if you would like to challenge me again to a new one as the first person to get to the #1 position in potato farming, I will more than happily accept that. And again, I will win that one too. However, I'm not going to back out of an original agreement that you came up with, right? I'm not going to secede the first challenge just because it's not going the way that you intended it to. I'm going to see this one out. We are going to see who gets to 1 billion potatoes first, and as respectfully as I can, it's going to be me, because that's just the way that it's looking right now. But if after that point, again, you would like to challenge me, you can. There's nothing stopping you from creating a secondary challenge and going to that one rather than focusing on the 1 billion one. But yeah, that's all I got. I mean, like, this is really the only update that I wanted to talk about. I might make a video relatively soon talking about something else. I was discussing a giveaway that I might do. I think more details of that are going to come out in a future video because I just think that's something better to talk about on its own topic, on its own issue for a separate video, so we're probably going to do that. But I've just been discussing this stuff with fans on my Discord server. So if you guys want to, you should join my Discord server. I will put a link to it in the description of this video, and I'll also put it in the comments if you guys want to go see that. So, join my Discord. We talk about stuff there. It's kind of funny. Not a lot of conversation goes down. I just kind of leave like YouTube updates, potato updates, that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in seeing what's going on behind the scenes and stuff, I'm very active on the Discord. I think that, anytime that there are people talking, I like to join in on the conversation. So just, go there if you want to hang out with us. There's about 11 people there right now. I would like to see that number greatly bounce up, but at the end of the day, it's no big deal if it doesn't. But yeah, that's all I got for today. Have a good day.